Hi, I'm Aaron and I'm in the kitchen, and today I am making lemon cheesecake. What is a more summer dessert than a lemon cheesecake? Let's get into it. Starting off in my food processor today, I am going to grind up 200 grams of Biscoff cookies. You can use the classic graham cracker cookies to do your crust, of course, but I am in Europe and we don't have those, so I'm using Biscoff cookies. Okay, next we're gonna go in with our butter. I'm about to measure it out so I can tell you guys how much that was. Melted butter, of course, going in with 70 grams of melted butter. Let's see if this is enough in order to get our cookies to come together like sand. That's the texture that we're looking for. Just gonna grab a small spoon and check the texture. If I can mash everything together. I could add a little bit more butter to this. No, this is perfect. When I smash it up against my food processor, it sticks, and that's what we want. So 70 grams of butter. Taking our blade out, and I have a little measuring cup because it's flat bottom. And you know what? I forgot something that's kind of important, but this will work anyway. So normally I like to line my cheesecake pans or my springform pans with a layer of parchment under them. I forgot to do that today. However, this is still going to release, so it's not that big of a deal if you don't line it, but I do like to line mine. So the 200 grams is only going to line the bottom. We'll have a rich cheesecake layer that is all over the sides, but not the bottom. And you press it in. Now, if you want your cookie layer to layer the bottom and you're using the Biscoff cookies, then use 400 grams of the cookies, or 2 packs, so your cookies will line the top. But I want my cheesecake to really cheesecake, so I'm not doing that. Okay, we are going to bake this in a 350 oven, or 175 for us working in Celsius. 350 oven for 10 to 15 minutes, just so our crust can set. Okay, so I'm back with the food processor and the scale. Going in with 250 grams of sugar into our food processor here. So the thing that is, there are two things that are gonna get our cheesecake to have that super duper puckery lemony flavor. And the first thing is actually what I'm doing now. I'm gonna zest the 2 lemons, and I'm going to pulse them in with my sugar. That's going to create a wet sand texture. I'll show you when I get to it. And that lemon zest, or lemon sugar at that point, is going to transmit that lemony flavor into our cheesecake. Of course, we're gonna add lemon juice, but that's the first step that's gonna really get the lemon oils into the cheesecake. Believe it or not, the lemon juice is not gonna do that on its own. So zesting 2 lemons, or if you want this in a measurement, 2 teaspoons of lemon, but it really just translates to 2 lemons. We are also making a lemon curd that is gonna go on top of the lemon cheesecake to give it that extra puckery lemon taste. These 2 lemons that we're zesting now, we're gonna use all of the lemon juice for both of these lemons, and it's gonna go into our cheesecake. I will tell you how much that is in milliliters in a second here. All right, those 2 lemons, gonna use the back of my finger to get that lemon zest all inside here. And that is my crust in the background beeping. It wants to come out. Today's cheesecake is a no water bath cheesecake, by the way, if you don't want to deal with the fuss of you having a water bath. All right, we're gonna pulse this until we get that wet sand texture. All right, so here is what I mean when I say wet sand texture, that our sugar comes together and it stays like that. It becomes a bit sticky. That's what I mean. I'm gonna press it against the spoon. You see how it stays and it came to the shape of the spoon? It's not crumbly like normal sugar is. That's it. That's the right texture, and that's what we want in our cheesecake. I'm done with the food processor now. Gonna bring the big bad KitchenAid out. I am using a lot of kitchen appliances today. Of course, you can do a lot of these things that I'm doing by hand, but if you want to use the same kitchen appliances as me, then they are linked down below in the description box. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do get a little kickback for it, have to tell you that. Okay, it is time to show some love to the actual cheesecake mixture, but before I do that, I'm going to, well, I need this, so I'm going in with 4 bricks of cream cheese. It's about 1,000 grams. If you are using the 265 things like I am and not the 8-ounce packages, if you use the 8-ounce packages, it'll be should be 1,000 grams on the dot. If you're using the 265 gram ones, it'll be over 1,000. But essentially, either 4 8-ounce or 4 of these. I'm gonna go ahead. My cream cheese is room temperature. It's been sitting out for about an hour, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start it on low and let it cream together. To my cream cheese, I'm adding 150 ml in. And those will become friends. Additionally, I'm adding 3 eggs in. 7 grams of salt. Not measuring it today, I'm already here. But that sea salt is always sea salt in my recipes. And 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Oh! Make a better choice than I did with that. Okay, so our 2 lemons that we zested earlier, we're gonna cut into those and juice them. All right, just gonna hold this here and measure this out for you guys. So I have 100 ml of lemon juice going in. And that's our cheesecake mixture. I'm gonna turn up the speed here. Okay, I'm just gonna do my 1 scrape down here to make sure that everything in the bottom and on the sides are mixing in. I'm glad I'm doing this because I see some very pale white parts. So I know that that wasn't being mixed in. Just pick it up off the bottom here. All right, this is also an opportunity to taste your mixture if you don't care about the raw eggs. If you have a KitchenAid, I am on number 3. But it's missing something major. My lemon sugar. All right, gonna give it another taste. Ooh, that's really good. Gonna let it mix another minute here, and then I'm gonna put it in the spring form. All right, I wanna get some of that. Got a little extra sugar on my beaters, and I want the sugar in here, just to incorporate that last bit of sugar. And there we go. I turned it up to high speed to flick things off my beaters. Our pan is still a bit hot here, but I apparently have grandma hands, so I'm just touching it anyway. All right, we are all set in here. I'm just gonna shake our cheesecake to level it out. So for you guys are going to bake your cheesecake for 50 minutes at 325, and I'm going to bake mine at 160. Same time. I will see you guys several hours from now for the taste test. Oh. But before I go, there is one thing that will help you do a no water bath cheesecake. After your cheesecake is done cooking at the 50 minutes, leave it in the oven for an hour. You leave it in the oven for an hour, you will not have a crack in your cheesecake. Cracks in your cheesecake are caused by rapid changes in temperature. So we're gonna just leave our cheesecake in the oven for an hour. And then after that, we'll take it out and we'll chill it. I'll see you guys for the, oh, I still need to make my lemon curd. So I'll see you guys when I get ready to make my lemon curd. So we are back and our cheesecake is cooking, as you can see in the background. Inside my food processor, I have 200 grams of sugar because we are making a lemon curd. But I always like to add brown sugar to my lemon things. So I am adding 50 grams of brown sugar. It's for a depth of flavor. It's the best way I can explain it. Going for 50 grams of brown sugar. So 200 grams of regular sugar, 50 grams of brown. This is my homemade lemon curd recipe. So we are going to zest 2 more lemons. And yes, we are going to use the juice of these lemons as well. 1, 2. All right, and just like earlier, we are doing the sandy sugar method with the lemon zest. We are going to add 30 grams of cornstarch into our pot here. All right, into our same pot. We will need to whisk this a lot, by the way. Our 6 eggs, 6 egg yolks are gonna go in straight into our pot. And we need to juice our 2 lemons. Let's go ahead and transfer our sugar into the pot as well. Lemon curd is one of the easiest things that you can make in the kitchen because it sounds fancy, but it comes together so quickly. Maybe it doesn't even sound fancy, I don't know. Depending on who you're talking to. Yes, I'm using a butter knife. And we know from earlier 2 ml is roughly 100 lemons. And we know from earlier 2 lemons is roughly 100 ml. 2 lemons zested, so 100 teaspoons lemon squeeze, and then 2 ml lemon zest. 2 lemons zested, so 2 teaspoons lemon zest, and then 2 lemon squeeze, 100 ml. And when our cheesecake finally does cool, we're gonna top it with our delicious lemon curd. We're gonna top it. So this lemon curd is going to cook stovetop. The only thing we're waiting for is just for the mixture to come together and for it to be thick. And then after that, we can take it off heat. And the whole thing will come together just with a whisk. So my lemon curd is going to be on the darker side. First, because my egg yolks were pretty dark. And the second reason mine is gonna be dark is just because I added the brown sugar. If you want yours to be very light, bright, make sure that your egg yolks are very light and bright. And also, don't add brown sugar if you don't want yours to be as dark as mine. I have my cooktop on a medium heat, but my induction stovetop is very hot, so this will cook very fast for me. I'm just whisking it back and forth, and it'll thicken up in no time. After it does, I'm going to put this in a small jar and just put it in the fridge, and I'll spoon out my amount that I want for the cheesecake, because I think I'll have some extra. It will go very quickly from looking like nothing is happening to it being thick and done. So you absolutely cannot walk away in this process. And for making this lemon curd, I have a balloon whisk, but for best practice, you want to use a French whisk. It's the whisk that's a little bit longer and narrow, and it gets really close to the edges to make sure that nothing is burning. But the balloon whisk will do the trick. You just have to be very attentive to your mixture. All right, we are bubbling here. Bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Okay. We are almost there. Before I take this off, just want it to be a little bit thicker than this, and I'll take it off. Yeah, we're pretty thick now. Okay, can you guys see the bubbling action happening? We're almost there. When you get to the bubbling, we're almost there. All right, I'm taking it off heat now. Yeah, we're very thick now. Just gonna use a wooden spoon, take this completely off heat, and just mix it. I have a little browning on the bottom, but that's all right. The curd, you see, is very thick now. All right. Okay, you see how thick that is? That's it. All right, all done. The next time I see you guys, I'll probably be putting the lemon curd on and then tasting the cheesecake. I let my cheesecake cool just long enough to be able to try it, y'all. Okay, it is time for this good old taste test. I waited just long enough to be able to cut into this cheesecake. I'm gonna have to put this back in the fridge. Woo, man, I can't even talk. The lemon flavor is so zingy, so tangy, so like punchy in the face. Zingy, tangy, punchy. If you are a lemon lover, this is a must try. I'm gonna give this a 10, y'all. Must try. I hope you guys try this recipe. If you do, please let me know how you think about it, what you think about it. Tell me how it tastes. Tell me what I can do to make it better. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao. You want to try it?